And indeed, we did an experiment. We wanted to see if Facebook really bans any incitement to violence on the social media. So we opened 2 pages. One page calls to kill Israelis, and one page calls to kill Palestinians. And we posted
So you created these pages?
Yes.
Good, great. I love this story. Go ahead.
And we post the same posts and the same images, just with one difference. Yes. One calls to kill Palestinians, the other calls to kill Israelis.
Starting with fighting jihad on social media.
So it actually began in 2015, the beginning of the knife intifada in Israel. Young Palestinians were going to their mother's kitchen, grab a knife, and go and stab Jews. And where everybody thought they were just simply lone wolf, we realized that there is something much more beyond that. It's actually these kids getting excited to go and kill by the social media. Mm-hmm. Posts on Facebook, tweets on Twitter, videos illustrating how to kill and what you get as a reward if you go and kill on YouTube. So we decided to file a lawsuit against Facebook to get an injunction against them to block this incitement. Unfortunately, this lawsuit could not keep going because Facebook has immunity. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The Communication Decency Act, Section 230, grants them blanket immunity from being sued in courts. So we thought about a different idea, which is actually a violation of the Anti-Terrorism Act. Mm-hmm. What Facebook is doing is providing social media services to designated organizations. And in the United States, no company is allowed to provide any sort of services to designated organizations.
Very
Banks,
true.
for instance,
very good way of thinking about it.
Right. Banks cannot open bank account to Hamas or Islamic Jihad, so why should Facebook be allowed to open a page for Nasrallah or Yahya Sinwar? Mm-hmm. So we went and filed a lawsuit against Facebook on behalf of terror victims that were killed in the knife intifada, seeking $1 billion compensations. And these cases are litigated in court. Once again, Facebook claims that they are immune according to the Communication Decency Act. But slowly, we are getting in advance with these cases. We just had a decision given in the courts of appeal in a different case, not against Facebook, against Google, because we are suing Twitter, Google, Facebook. They all, unfortunately, do the same, help and assist the organization by providing them social media services, by allowing them to use their platforms. We just won a decision that siding with us, saying indeed that the Facebook or Google or Twitter cannot be immune, cannot be recognized a non-publisher. They should be found accountable. So we're slowly making our way. We're doing it because there should be zero tolerance to terrorism on the internet.
Yeah, but these are the same organizations that typically ban or deplatform conservatives for just conservative thought. But they're allowing these terrorist organizations or future terrorists, not only allowing, they're giving them a platform on which they can publish hate-filled material and incite people to act and to commit crimes. Is that correct?
You're so right. Yeah. And indeed, we did an experiment. We wanted to see if Facebook really bans any incitement to violence on the social media. So we opened 2 pages. One page calls to kill Israelis, and one page calls to kill Palestinians. And we posted
So you created these pages?
Yes.
Good. Great. I love this story. Go ahead.
And we post the same posts and the same images, just with one difference. Yes. One calls to kill Palestinians, the other calls to kill Israelis. And after 3 days only, we asked Facebook to take down both pages. Facebook immediately took down the page that called to kill Palestinians, to send us a fair message saying that this violates their community standards. But they left the Israeli page standing. They said the page does not violate their community standards.
And it was identical words, identical except for the headline.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
So if you're talking about conservative and you're talking about
If it's pro-Israel,
liberal,
right.
it's all up to them. They decide. They just decide. They make the decision according to their standards, according to their belief, their political agenda, what to take off, what to leave on.
And as
this
I
is wrong.
understand it, the CDA, Community Decency Act, that was passed by Congress many years ago when the internet was just burgeoning, when it was just starting, the whole theory was that these organizations are simply bulletin boards. They
Right.
can't control what's on the bulletin boards, and therefore we have to give them immunity from prosecution. But now they are acting just like publishers. They are
Absolutely.
making the decision of what's on that bulletin board and what's not. So the CDA should not apply to them.
Right. Today, they are very involved with the users. They are very involved with the content. They make billions of dollars promoting content that they detect, that they feel it's right for this user or another. Their whole commercial and financial infrastructure builds on this algorithm that they control. So the same way they detect words and likes and content, they can find and detect the terrorism and incitement, and they can take it down. Therefore, the Communication Decency Act, which was perhaps a well-intended law 25 years ago, is not valid anymore
Yes.
and should change.
It should change.